Um, so I might have fucked up. Now you might be thinking, how are we gonna make that happen? So, in order to make this hand, I need to make a finger. I'll start off with making the finger, and then I can just combine a bunch of fingers and make a hand. Yeah, so like there'll be like a string that goes through the 3 segments of plastic, and then when you tug on the string, it should bend it. But then how are we gonna make the finger go back up? I'll just attach a rubber band here and then put that there, so when I loosen the string, it should go up by itself. So I began planning out really simple components of the finger and the case that'll hold it all together, and I started printing them out on the 3D printer. But I didn't realize the amount of supports that'll be printed with it, so that took like an hour to take out all these little supports, and I ended up breaking some bits of it, so I had to reprint some of the components here and there. But once that was done, I began combining the different components of the finger together using these screws, and they went through the holes, creating a hinge like connection, which is really good because that ensured that the finger could move one way, and the flat rectangle that's behind the finger components stopped the finger from bending backwards. So once I had combined all the pieces together, I tested out the movement and it worked great. So I began working with the yarn and feeding it through the different components of the finger. This was so tedious, but it was pretty cool. But yeah, so once this was done, I had tested the movement of the finger and it worked great. Pulling the string made the finger bend exactly how I wanted it to. So I began tying elastic bands to the tip of the finger and attached that to the back of the servo, and this allowed the finger to go back to its original place. So it worked just as planned. I then went out and created more fingers. I plugged them in to see if they were working, and everything was working nicely, which is good. And then I tied up the yarn to the disc here to help rotate the string and cut the slack out, bending the fingers. So using the mallet, I began hammering it in gently into the servo here. So just a few light taps. Once that was all set up, I plugged it into the Arduino to test if it was still moving and everything was still working. And at first it looked like it wasn't. And I rechecked the wiring, it worked. But yeah, so it was all working, and you know, I was pretty ecstatic. It was pretty cool. But the last step left now was to combine the fingers together, print out a holder for it, and that was it.